On the other side of this line, there is Alex from Scale Swimming, and here is Markus Marthaler. Look at this guy. Today we have again an episode of Let's Talk Swimming, where we talk about certain technical points in the swimming technique. One thing is kicks. We heard, or a lot of people heard, there is a 2B kick, and there is a 4B kick, and there is a 6B kick. When you see my videos on Instagram, on YouTube and stuff, I do predominantly a 2B kick. When you watch Alex on Scale Swimming, their Instagram account and their YouTube account, he has more of a 4-6B kick than a 2B kick, I would say, I'm not mistaken. And we get a lot of questions, or I get a lot of questions, like, should I now change to 2B kick and whatsoever? How would you start about this? What is the kicking side? Tell me more. What just comes to your mind?
It really depends. Yes, it depends on how far you're swimming, what intensity you're swimming at. Because a lot of your videos that you put up on YouTube are gorgeous technique, steady, slow, just, as I say, perfect technique. So you're using your kick not for propulsion necessarily. It's more for body balance, stroke balance, and that kind of thing. Whereas if you are swimming faster pace, and you've shown on some of your videos where you have different paces, that you're swimming at different paces, that's when you're going to be having, and certainly when you're doing your fast 25s and your fast 50s, that's where you've got your 6-beat leg kick. You're doing 6 kicks per stroke.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll go back to you very quickly, just explain to the listeners what the difference between 2, 4 and 6-beat leg kick is. Go.
So, 2B kick is 2 kicks per stroke cycle. So stroke cycle is defined as 1 stroke on the left side and 1 stroke on the right side. That is a stroke cycle. 2B kick is 2 kicks per stroke cycle. And that means that the 2B kick you will do always like walking on the street. When you walk slowly or normally, you move your arms with your legs, but across. So when I go forward with my left foot, my right foot will swing to the front, and vice versa. The same thing is it with the 2B kick. Now, next one, 4B kick is 4 kicks per stroke cycle. That means that we have per 2 strokes, like per left stroke on the left side and a stroke on the right side, we have 4 kicks. And again, it's a cross, more or less, like it starts with the cross, and then you just add another one. And then we have the 6B kick or higher. That means we have 6 kicks per stroke cycle. Again, 2 arm strokes, like left and right, and we have 6 kicks on top of it. It's like when you do the Vienna waltz. When you dance the Vienna waltz, it's the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's always left, right, left, left, right, left, like left, right, left, right, left, right. So just so we have that, and that's the 3 strokes. Now you back.
So the 2, 4B and 6 is good. That is explained very well there. Then I guess the next question will be, well, how do you do that?
Funny enough, it's kicks is always a bit contradicted to what people or what the conception is. There is always a bit of a misconception, because the thing is, to be able to do the kicks like I do, you need to be able to do the kicks properly on a 6B kick or with a kickboard or something like that beforehand. So to be able to do all that, to swim like I swim in my videos, you need to have already a good kick before you can properly do that. This is usually how it's a bit contradictory. I mean, you can try to do a 2B kick already. That is not what I'm saying. You can, but to have it really properly done, you need to learn the kicks beforehand. Just take out the board and embed it into your training. Take it with a kickboard and just do the kicks. Do it with fins and all these kind of things. And I would learn it that way, because what you do is you train your core muscles, which means that your core muscles are trained. That keeps you a bit higher up, or keeps your legs higher up, and then you can just like do this 2-bit kick. The other thing is, which is also a bit of a problem, because people then tell me, oh, but you know, I already do a kick, but my legs are very down. Why would I need to kick? And no. That is not the kick's fault. That mainly is the fault of your hip position. So your hip position is too high, and mainly then what happens then is that your legs go down, and then you can't really do the kicks properly anymore, and then you then it's a struggle too. So while you learn how to kick, or while you do kicks with a kickboard, try to also adjust your head position to how it should be, so you then can go fluently into strokes itself. This is how I would learn it, or this is what I would look at.
Exactly, you're right. So I would just add to that. So building on what you've said, kicks don't start at the knee. Some people think that it's like kick hard, but it's knee driven. It's absolutely not. It comes from the core, from the hips. Okay, so that's where the start of the kick comes from. And to do a kick, a 2-beat kick like you do, you have to have that technique. So quite often, beginner swimmers, some triathletes that I coach, they will kick as hard as they can, but will have pretty bad technique in their kick. And when I say that they're bad technique, the two kind of key things that I see is, one, they kick from their knees and not from their core and their hips. So what you talked about, getting a kickboard and training doing kick with a kickboard, I quite often get them to flip onto their back and kick on their back, because if they're bending their knees too much, then their knees are going to pop up through the surface of the water, and you can see, or they can at least feel that, and they can probably even see that as well. So that just demonstrates to them that they're bending their knees too much, and their kick isn't being driven from their core, from their hips. And then the second is that they don't have a floppy ankle. So they're kicking like this. They're not relaxed. Like, again, look at some of the videos on our page and your page, the underwater shots. We've got nice floppy ankles. Okay, so that's what people really need to work on. And I quite often say that, remember when you're a naughty little kid in the changing rooms and you used to roll up your towel and whip people? It's that kind of whip and flick effect that you need to get when you are kicking your legs.
I completely agree with you. So I think that was our short excursion on kicking. We had it that we explained what 2-beat, 4-beat and 6-beat kick is. We also gave some insights on what we would do. Again, as I said, kicks also need to be trained or practiced a lot on a regular basis, and shouldn't be neglected. Even if you don't want to do it in a triathlon or something, in an open water swim afterwards, or you don't need it, you need the core muscles, and that is the main thing for me in the end. Alex, thank you very much again for your time for this call. And if you have any questions, I forgot that, I will keep forgetting that. If you have any questions, put it down in the comments. If you have anything you want to know more or whatever, just let us know. DM us on Instagram, on YouTube. We're both on there, Scale Swimming and Markus Marthaler. We're always there. And then also leave some love, so like, share and follow us, Scale Swimming and Markus Marthaler.